Hello, welcome to the Sharpest Teeth. My name is Saturn, and we will be doing a reading today. I am using the THOTH or THOTH or however you want to pronounce it. People pronounce it several different ways, and people have strong opinions about it. People have strong opinions about everything. Okay. So we are looking at today. We're looking at what is blocking you. There is a large transformation happening, as I keep saying. Many of us are going through an initiation of sorts. That was loud. Many of us are going through an initiation of sorts, which isn't always fun. Okay? Some signs that you might be going through initiation are everything in your life is kind of turning on its head. You're going through a challenge that you've never experienced before. Oh, okay. We have we have the Ace of Discs, and the Six of Cups is what fell to the floor. Pleasure. And the Ace of Cups came out. I love the artwork. Hello. There it is. And the Six of Cups. I wanted to do a video on manifestation and how that has worked for me in my time practicing it. I've been practicing consistently for about 7 years now. I've been practicing my whole life, but I started studying consistently on manifestation tactics and really getting into tarot and the meanings much more deeply, and like reading for other people more consistently and doing spell work and all of this type of thing, like studying different herbs with intention, because I've always done it kind of casually, but then I started getting serious. Okay, why I bring this up, I forgot why I brought this up. But my assumption is that many of you do want to manifest a better life for yourself. And the role of a spiritual practitioner, or someone who practices magic, or a magician, if you will, is to be constantly rebirthing, right? There is a constant cleansing out and a constant renewal of self, regeneration. And this is important because so many people right now are practicing tarot or getting into these types of things, and a lot of people neglect the cleansing aspect. I spent maybe too long focusing on shadow work, and it's not a bad thing, but right now, where I'm at, is how to embrace joy, how to bring in the fun and the lighthearted aspect of it, and how to not be so hard on myself. Because I know that I have set the ground for abundance. And with the Ace of Discs, this is very much like, it is everything all at once, right? It is the sowing of the seeds, it is the planting, it is the harvesting, it is the growing. It's all of those things all at once. It measures the basic material wealth, the material well-being, the material aspects of your life. And with the Six of Cups being pleasure, and the question being, what is blocking us right now, right? I think that for so many of us, especially when going through an initiation period where there are so many challenges coming up, seemingly an endless amount of challenges, we forget our deservingness. We forget that we are inherently worthy of a good life, of a good world, of abundance and happiness and self-expression. And maybe this will tie in. You know, I was going to make 2 separate videos about manifestation, but this probably will tie in, because part of manifesting is being open to the idea and even affirming the fact that we are worthy of our desires, and in fact that we already have those things, right? Because everything is happening all at once. So anything that we can concoct in our mind is possible to come to fruition, which is why I think it is so important to visualize a better world for ourselves, because it's really easy to get down in the dumps and believe and imagine this world that is falling apart. And we have to believe that there is a better world for us. We have to believe that we can create that world. We have to believe that the opportunities and resources around us are abundant. And I also got this one, 3 of Wands, virtue. Okay. And what I'm hearing right now is kind of like virtue signaling. We also have like Sun in Aries here. And so it's very much like being at each other's throats and like really the infighting of it all. And I think that kind of comes from insecurity. So the things that are really holding us back right now are our own insecurities, our own fear that we will not have enough or be enough or make enough, and our own adherence to our morals. And not like the adherence to our morals, right? Because I think obviously we do need to adhere to our morals, but more so putting those on to other people, right? Because we do it all the time. We don't mean to. We may think that we are like really incredibly open-minded people, when in reality we do have this kind of way of thinking that we think everyone should adopt. And in order for things to work, that's forcing our will onto the world. And in order for things to work, and in order for things to manifest in the ways that we want them to, we do have to accept people as they are. We do have to accept the world as it is. We do have to accept the state of affairs as they are, right? And I know I've talked about this before, but I want to just reiterate, anytime that I am bringing up acceptance, that is not to say that we stop fighting or that we give up or that we give into hopelessness, because acceptance is just the point at which change is able to manifest. We need to be able to accept the way things are in order to change them, or in order to move forward. In order to manifest the life that we want, we need to accept the way that life is currently. Because when we are in a state of non-acceptance, we are not in alignment with the world. We're not in alignment with the reality of things. And in order to move forward, we need to get into alignment of what is. And we need to practice gratitude for what we do have and what is available to us, right? And what I'm seeing here is that I think like there are 2 1s and a 6 and 2 3s here, which is kind of astounding to me that these are the cards that are being pulled, right? So we have this coming together energy and this individuated energy, right? Like, we need to accept ourselves the way that we are in order to come together. We need to accept what our limitations are. We need to accept what our gifts are. That's where I was going earlier, is like, I think that so many of us don't believe simultaneously, right? We're holding these contradictions. We simultaneously don't believe that we are worthy or deserving of the things that we have, and we think we deserve more. So we need to find some kind of peace between those 2 thoughts. Because yes, you deserve more, but if you're in this state of thinking that you don't deserve what you have, how is it that you can accept more, right? Like, you need to open your heart up to receiving more. And that is what is difficult. Where are you finding pleasure? Is it maybe too much? Are you focused on pleasure-seeking distractions? Are you being fully present with the pleasure and abundance that is offered to you at this time? Are you in alignment with your values in regards to how you are using the resources that you do have? Are you overgiving? Are you giving too much of yourself? Are you lacking in boundaries because you think that doing XYZ thing will make you feel better about yourself? Just things to consider, you know? Where is codependence playing in the way that you value your own self, your own sense of well-being, right? And are you looking for that validation externally that you are worthy and deserving by giving away these things that you think you don't deserve? Food for thought. I feel like I am kind of going around all over the place today. Oh, okay. We got the 2 of discs, which says change, and I swear I'm not dropping these on purpose. We have the 2 of discs, which is change, which is what I've been talking about, right? Okay. This is also like the balance. Oh my God, just focus. The balance that I was talking about before too, right? How do we manage? How do we hold what we have and convince ourselves that we are deserving of what we have and that we don't need to sacrifice anything in order to be deserving of what we have? And be in appreciation and gratitude of what we do have, while also walking in expectation that we will get more of what we deserve, right? 9 of Swords, cruelty. Again, like, I do believe that this is a beating yourself up type of mindset that is happening here, right? We are not going to get anywhere by shaming ourselves and shaming other people for not living up to the expectations that you've put on yourself and on others, kind of like arbitrarily almost, right? Like, I think there is a ask here. There is an ask to really comb over, what is it you value? Are you living in those values, right? Toward yourself as well as toward others. Because if we're not treating ourselves right, that does leak out into the ways that we are interacting with other people, okay? And some of you might be having nightmares. Some of you might be having stress dreams. Some of you might not be sleeping super well right now. So I would address that according to your situation. Do what you can to get some good sleep, right? Limit your screen time before bed. Drink some extra sleepy time tea, some nighty-night with some valerian, okay? Try not to eat too soon before you're sleeping. Limit your alcohol consumption. Don't drink caffeine after 3 p.m., okay? These are good practices for getting better sleep. There's also this karma energy at play. I think, like, there is a very real message to be clearing out some of your karma, ending some karmic cycles. And I think actually that a lot of people in this age are being called to do that. The how, maybe another video. God, I really hate how much this thing focuses. Okay. The how might be another video. But for now, very much looking at balance, how you are treating yourself, how you are treating others. If you're beating yourself up for not having enough or for having too much, because we do that all the time. We just are full of guilt and shame sometimes. And especially when we want to be a better person, and we kind of end up being shitty toward ourselves. And then we kind of stay stuck. And we're not really being very fair to ourselves or to others. So how do we break through? How do we break through these blockages? Wow, okay. Okay, we have the star on the bottom here. But I had like a bunch of things come out. Here was a star. Beautiful. Bellissima. We have failure. 7 of coins. 7 of discs. We have wealth. 10 of discs. There you go. We have 7 of wands. Valor. we have Three of Discs, Works. We have the Empress, and we have the Prince of Wands. I'm really getting this sense of like, stop worrying about perfectionism, get into a wealth mindset, and really just try. Just try. Just do it, okay? I would say there is a self-limitation that is being set that is not really real. There's a fear of failure. And in order to succeed, you have to let yourself fail. And if you do that, you actually will succeed, right? If you let yourself fail, if you allow yourself to feel these feelings of like failure and unworthiness and like dread and shame and guilt, like let yourself feel these feelings and stop adding extra shame on top of the feelings that you're already having that you think that you shouldn't be having, okay? And revel. Like, be so grateful that you get to have all of those emotions and that you get to experience that wide range of emotions, that you get to experience the wonderful nature of the universe as it is right now, even if it's not how you want it to be, right? Like, it is a miracle and a blessing and a privilege that we get to exist on this world. And tap in to that. I know it sounds weird, but sometimes we have to give gratitude for our shitty feelings. And that's the way through here, okay? That is the way through. And there is a regular maintenance that needs to happen and a regular practicing of receptivity paired with action. So I'm going to show you my book. Okay, this is my book. This is my little manifestation book. You can tell it is very sun bleached, right? I started writing in this in April 2019. It has all of the things that I was manifesting. It has entries, not every day, okay, but regular. And I put affirmations in here. I put prayers in here. I put manifestations in here. And I did it until quite recently, about a year ago. Okay, so this is 5 years worth of writing that I did. And a lot of the bigger things that I was manifesting in this book 5 years ago, 6 years ago now, came to fruition. But not for like 5 years, right? And so there is this consistency that needs to happen. And if I were to recommend any one thing for anything ever, it would be writing stuff down and really doing it by hand, writing things down by hand. Okay. And that's it, you know, do your affirmations, write down what you want, write down how you're feeling about things, write down your frustrations and your fears and your worries, and let it go. Give it to your journal. Tear it out and burn it if you need to, right? And then feel some relief. And then get into a receptive mindset and do whatever you need to do to make that happen, right? What I do is various. I read different things. I watch different people. I go outside and take a walk. Okay, right now I am reading The Science of the Mind by Ernest Holmes, and that is getting me into a receptive mindset. And then I go and I write my prayers and affirmations into a different book, and I have a candle that goes on it, and that candle is one that I made a long time ago, and I let it go. And that's the part. And then I go and do the things that I think help me move toward my goals. Okay? And I write down all my ideas that I can, and I write down the things that I learn. I write down the readings that I have. Sometimes I take notes on readings that other people give me. Sometimes I don't do that. But I'm always grateful when I do. And I try to write down the things that resonate with me. I try to highlight the things that resonate with me. I try to make art about the things that make sense to me and meditate on these things and immerse myself in that feeling. And then act from a place of that. And I'm going to be so real with you. I still struggle with depression. I still struggle with intrusive thoughts. I struggle with feelings of hopelessness and pessimism and thinking that the world is doomed and everybody else is a piece of garbage, including myself. And I still struggle with all of these things. But less so than I used to. And less so when I'm doing these practices regularly. And even with all of that, even with however much negative bullshit I put in and disbelief I put in to what I'm working on manifesting and like my doubts, I still am here in this office with a backyard where I just sowed some seeds for my garden. I have running water. I have heating when I need it. I'm walking distance from a beautiful park and a couple nice coffee shops and a couple convenience stores, and I didn't know I could have all of those things. I didn't know. And I still feel like maybe I don't deserve these things, you know? But I do. We all do. And I do think that we all did. I do think that we all deserve these things, which oxymoronically is why I think that I do not deserve these things. Because not everybody has these things that they want. Not everyone is living in the way that they want to be living. And to a certain extent, I'm still not living in the ways that I want to be living. But I am working toward it. And I am encouraging and helping other people work toward living in the ways that they want to be living. And connecting with people, right? Okay? We're doing the work. We're taking the actions that we need to take. Okay? And we're letting the universe do the rest. And it's not about whether we are deserving of the things that we have. It's about the fact that we have them. And that's it. We get to accept the way things are right now. And that's it. That's the only way that I've gotten through any of the hard parts of my life, is not by fighting them or wishing that they were different, but by accepting them as they are and seeing, okay, well, what can I do? What can I do right now? Do I need to go lie down and take a nap? Do I need to drink some water? Do I need to go outside? What are the like really basic things that I can do to take care of myself so that I feel less like a piece of garbage? So that is your reading. And I'm going to let it go there. I will be out of town on a business conference thing of all of the gays, the big conference of the gays, to work on the gay agenda. And so I will not be here next week, most likely. I might bring my tools and my cards and do a reading from the hotel, but more likely I will not. More likely I will take some notes so that I can give you more concise direction, advice, or whatever on the things that have helped me. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. And if you're interested in getting a personal tarot reading from me, that is totally possible. You can reach me at thesharpestteeth@gmail.com, and I will put that in the description, and I will see you later. Bye.